Hello everyone, welcome to Adda 24/7 classes. So today our discussion is on High Court Assistant series. Today's topic is goods and services. So it's one of the important topics in economics and also for examinations. There are certain questions, possible questions from that area. So we're going to cover that area. I introduce before you Adda 24/7 app. Once you download this app, you will get these features. What are the features of the app? Premium study materials. Yes. Current affairs and job alerts. Most important. Daily quizzes, subject-wise quizzes. These are also necessary. Then magazines, or if you need power capsules, you need notes, you need articles or videos, whatever you need. Once you download this, you will get everything in your fingertip. If you are new to Adda 24/7 YouTube channel, please do subscribe to our channel. What are the benefits attached to it? First, you will get live notification of almost all the classes, plus how to apply for a job and the procedures to be followed, and also regarding other aspects of the examinations like relaxation, salary, other steps are also discussed here. So please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. So moving on to our topic, it is goods and services. Goods and services. Yes, before initiating the topic, I am interested in asking one question to you. That is, how many of you can live without goods and services? No one. Why I am living the basic aspect of my life on this earth, it is for goods and services. Without goods and services, we can't live, we can't move, we can't sleep, we can't do anything without goods and services. What I am doing here, it's services. And I'm writing with a pen, it's goods. So what are goods? Things we buy or use. Whatever we are buying, we are using. Furniture, grocery, clothes and everything. For example, rice. Rice is a need. Rice is a need. Why? Because it is necessary for survival. To get rice for us, we need farmer, we need machine, we need technology, we need to depend on irrigation. Only with these items combined together, or these things combined together, we get rice. If we pray to God, will we get rice? Never. If we call upon the name of God, never. So goods are produced with human hands. So who is supreme? It is a human hands. It is a human beings. Human beings producing goods and services for human beings, for their own and others. So goods means things we buy or use. Example, furniture, groceries and clothes. Then what about services? Jobs people do to help other people. Jobs people do to help other people. Jobs people do to help other people. This is services. I am doing services. Teacher, doctor, police, they are doing services. So this is also necessary. So these two goods and services are provided by whom? It's not by God but by human beings. It's not by God but by human hands. So trust on human beings. Yes. In this way, economics says goods and service. We are getting goods and service through production. Production is necessary. That we will deliberate later under the topic factors of production. See, look at this pic. What are these items? This is an example for what? This is an example for goods. It's an example for goods. Without these, we can't live. These are needs of human beings. Needs refers to survival. For survival, we need this. And these are shirts. What are these? This is also an example for good or goods. If you move outside, if you attend the class, if you go to work, we need dress. We need dress to cover our nakedness. Without dress, we will not move out. A sane, only insane person move out of house without dress. But a sane person who is normal, rational human being uses dress to move out of his house. So it is also part of goods. Isn't it? Yes. Then look at this pic. What they are doing? They are always smiling. Different variety of smiling. This one form of smile, this another form, this another form, this another form. These people are pointing to one individual, but this guy is an exception. That guy is an exception. See, what they are doing? They are providing services. This we can't see, but we can experience. We can't see, but we can experience. And this is an example for what? This is an example for what? This is an example for services. Services, jobs people do to others, do to help others, do to help others. Your services. So, from this picture, I hope you got an idea regarding goods and services. Yes, isn't it? Yes. Then, when we go by the definition, the standard definition, anything that can satisfy human wants is called a good in economics. Anything that can satisfy a human want or need. If a particular thing, for example, I want to write on this digital board. What I need a pen. This is a good. Why? Because this pen can satisfy my want of writing for more clarity. To explain the concept before you, I need to write on the board, and this pen will help me to perform that task. So anything that can satisfy a human want is called, or need is called, a good in economics. So it is an object people want that they can touch or hold. It is tangible. We can see, we can touch, we can hold, we can touch. This I can touch, this I can hold. This is tangible, visible to my eyes. So this is example of good. So in simple language, goods means the commodities that we use in our daily life. So land, house, furniture, these are examples for goods. Then moving on to services. Services are jobs. Services are job. Services are jobs. People do for others. These are jobs people do. Goods are not jobs. Goods are tangible things which we can see, we can hold, we can touch. However, goods and services is referred to an action. It refers to an action. It refers to an action that a person does for someone else. Action that a person does for someone else. So these are jobs. Services are jobs people do for others. People do for others. People do for others. So is services tangible? No. I am teaching. I am visible, and my pen, the digital board is visible, the light, everything visible, but what I am telling you is not visible. You can't see the words, but you can experience what I am teaching, or you can feel. This is an example, or this is what you get from services, not something tangible or concrete. Services are not tangible or concrete. You can experience, you can feel it. Medical checkup, car repair, the hospital, school, police, teaching, these all are examples for services. Like goods, services also satisfy people's needs and wants. What is the similarity between goods and services? Both satisfy people's needs and wants. Both satisfy people's needs and wants. There is a similarity between. Take another example. You can find this one. This is an example for what? Tire. A tire is a good, and you can see, you can touch, tangible, you can hold, you can use it. Coming to the next pick, it's service. Why? Because he is changing, doing an action. He is involved in a job for others. So changing the tire is a service, but tire is a good. Tire is a good, changing the tire is an example for service. So this is a difference between both goods and services. So now we are moving on to different types of goods and services. What are the different types of goods and services? For your examinations, questions will come from this area. Different types of goods and services. Questions will come from this area. So what are the different types of goods and services? What are the different types? Yes, there are different names for that. The first is consumer goods. Consumer goods. Yes. Have you heard about this consumer goods? Do we use it in our daily life? Yes. So first we are focusing on this consumer goods. See, these consumer goods they are directly used by the consumer for the purpose of consumption. What is a consumer good? The goods which are directly used by the consumer for the purpose of consumption. What is a keyword to remember? Directly. What do you mean by directly? For example, if we go to the market and buy some fish and we take it to our home, then cut it, then make fish curry, then have it. This is known as directly used by the consumer for the purpose of consumption. What are consumer goods? Consumer goods are goods or the goods which are directly used by the consumer for the purpose of consumption. The goods which are directly used by the consumer for the purpose of consumption. These are called consumer goods. These are called consumer goods. Isn't it? Yes, it is correct. Say, for example, we never take the fish from the market and use it for decoration purpose. Never. We will never do it. Or we buy some fan from the market and we never use it for flying purposes. Instead, we will hang on the ceiling and use it. So, direct use. Whenever the goods are having direct use. What? The direct use. The goods are having direct use. Or the consumers are directly using it. The consumers are directly using it. The consumers are directly using it for consumption. The consumers are directly using it for consumption. Then we call that goods as consumer goods. So simple and humble definition. Simple. What is the definition? Goods which are directly used for the purpose of consumption, or goods which are directly used by the consumer for the purpose of consumption is known as consumer goods. So examples are fish, fan, bread, biscuit, butter, jam, rice, shoes, shirt, pan, book, pen, cooking gas, etc. And these consumer goods are also called goods of the first order. It's also called goods of the first order. What? Goods of the first order. Goods of the first order. So simple. So in your examination, in your High Court decision examination, they may ask you this concept. Yes. So what are consumer goods? The goods which are directly used by the consumer for the purpose of consumption. These are called consumer goods. Examples: fan, fish, butter, and clothes, egg, shoes, shirt, fan, pen, camera, mobile phone. These all are examples for consumer goods, and they are also called goods of the first order. What? Goods of the first order. Goods of the first order. From consumer goods, we are moving on to another type of good. It's capital goods. Capital goods. I hope you got an idea from the picture. See, the machines are here. Is this used for consumption? Does anyone buy this from the market and use it like rice, wheat, egg, or like fan? Never. This is for household, not for household purpose, but this is for manufacturing. Production. This is also part of production. But the consumers never directly use it. The consumers never directly use it. Only the consumer may buy the toys of these things and use it and give it to the children, their children to play. We may buy a car, but we never buy these types of goods for our consumption, never. So this is the difference between capital goods and consumer goods. This is the difference between capital goods and consumer goods. In capital goods, we learn directly, but these are not used directly by the consumer for the purpose of consumption. See, go by the definition. All goods which are not directly used to satisfy, all goods which are not directly used to satisfy consumption, but which are used in further production, which are used in further production, which are used in further production, to produce further, use further production. So capital goods, all goods which are not directly. What is a keyword here? Remember the keyword. Must remember. What is a keyword? Not directly. This is a keyword here we need to remember. Not directly. What about the consumption goods? Consumption goods are those goods which are directly used by the consumer for the purpose of consumption. Isn't it? Yes, I am not a liar. It is consumer goods are used by the consumer directly for the purpose of consumption. On another side, these capital goods are goods which are not directly used to satisfy consumption. Not directly used to satisfy consumption. Isn't it? Yes, this is a difference. So what is the difference between both? Only the word directly and not directly. In consumer goods, the word is directly, but in capital goods, the word is not directly. Hope it is clear. So simple, so easy. Looking like a wow. Yes, so easy. Beautiful, so elegant. So what are the examples for this? See, fertilizer. Does anyone use a fertilizer? As consumer goods, never. He will die. He or she may die. Seeds. What is the purpose of seed? We will plant it on the soil. Put it on the soil. And later, we will take it out of the soil and use it for our purpose once it's grown. Isn't it? Yes. Then machines, raw materials. These are examples for capital goods. Why? Because these are for further production. For further production. That's why these are also called producer goods. Capital goods are otherwise called producer goods. Capital goods are otherwise called producer goods. So simple. All the goods which are not directly used to satisfy consumption, but which are used in further production, but which are used in the further production. Further production. So, all goods which are not directly used to satisfy consumption, but which are used in further production are called producer goods or capital goods. Example, seeds, fertilizer, machines, raw materials. There is also another name for capital goods. It is called goods of the second order. What? Goods of the second order. Goods of the second order, isn't it? Yes, goods of the second order. So, this is all about capital goods. So, what is the difference between both? In consumption goods, they are directly used by the consumer for the purpose of consumption, but in capital goods, all goods which are not directly used to satisfy consumption, that means they are used for further production. And capital goods are also called producer goods, and consumer goods are also called consumption goods, and consumer goods are also called the goods of the second order. Goods of the second order. Then what about these producer goods? Sorry, goods of the first order. Consumer goods are called goods of the first order. However, capital goods are called goods of the second order. Hope it is clear. Yes, these are the concepts. Moving on to another area, single-use goods and durable-use goods. This concept is related to consumer goods and capital goods. However, there are certain differences regarding the time, the period in which these goods can be used. For example, single-use goods means single time. Durable-use goods means for a considerable period. This is the difference between both. So, we are moving to this area. Look at this picture, you will get a clear idea what this picture speaks about. This is a market where you can find goods. Why they are selling these items? Is it for fun, for entertainment, or any other purpose? Yes, it is for consumption. What is the time period, the duration in which this can be used? Only once. For example, someone bought carrot from here. He can use once for the purpose of consumption, only use. Cannot be used for a second time. Once you have it, cannot be retrieved. Isn't it? So, this is an example for what? Single time use goods, isn't it? These are single time use. Single time use. These have single time use, only once. You can use this for only once. You cannot use it for a second time. You cannot use it for a second time. You are using it only once. If you are only using goods for once, only once, these are known as single use goods. These are known as single use goods. So, goods which are used only once, which are only used or consumed for a single time. What time? Single time, single time, single time. What? Single time. Single use goods means single time. Single use goods simply means used for single time. Single. Single use goods are used only for single time or only once. These are known as single use goods. The capital goods and consumer goods are also included in this category. For example, a seed or a fertilizer, can you use it again and again? Can you use it for a considerable period? No, for a seed its purpose is only once. For the fertilizer you can use it only once, and seeds and fertilizer are examples for what? Producer goods. Seeds and fertilizers are example for what? Producer goods, isn't it? Yes. Then what are the examples for consumer goods, single use consumer goods? Bread, milk, fish, fan. Can you use it again and again? Can you use bread again and again? No, only once. Can you use milk again and again? No, only once. Can you use fruits again and again? No, only once. Also, can you use vegetables again and again? No, only once. Goods which are used only once, which are only used or consumed for a single time. For a single time. These are called single-use goods. Hope it is clear. Moving on to other area, durable use goods. What are these durable use goods? Durable. Opposite of single-use goods. Opposite of single-use goods. In single-use goods, only used once, not twice. If a particular good is used twice, it is not single-use goods. If a particular good can be used only once, it is single-use goods. But here, this good can be used again and again. If a particular good can be used again and again, if a particular good can be used for a considerable period, or if a particular good can be used twice, it is called durable use goods. Durable. What? Durable. For a considerable period, that is, they can be used again and again. What are the examples for that? What are the examples? Which are the goods which can be used again and again? Tell me, what are the examples? Yes, I will tell you. Sir, table is an example. If you bought a table from the market, sir, you can use it again and again. Isn't it? Yes, we will never buy table daily from the market. Today I go to the market and buy a table and use it one day. Then on next day, I will throw that table into the trash and go to the market and buy another. Daily I am repeating this process. If I am doing this, you call me an insane and mad person, because we all use this table, chair, this for a considerable period. We can use it again and again. Table, chair, clothes, shoes. These are durable use consumer goods. Why this is called durable use? Why you are calling it? Sir, because these are used again and again. Sir, these cannot be used only once. Sir, this can be used again and again for a considerable period. That's why these are not as durable use. Sir, these are examples. Madam, these are examples of non-durable goods. From here, we are moving to other type of goods, that's producer goods. We already discussed this, but these are also called intermediate goods. These are also called intermediate goods because they are used in manufacturing, processing, resale, etc. So, all producer goods are not capital goods, because producer goods include single-use producer goods and capital goods. So, not all. So, this is simple concept, but we are moving on to another area. Next topic is single-use producer goods and durable use. Sir, madam, you know what is the difference between single-use and durable use goods? Now, we are looking into the meaning of single-use producer goods and durable use producer goods. We know that single-use goods can be used only once. We are clear about that single-use goods are used only once. Single-use producer goods are those which get exhausted in one production process and cannot be reused. This is the exact definition for single-use producer goods. What is the definition, sir, madam? What is the definition? See, single-use producer goods are those which get exhausted in one production process and cannot be reused. Believe me, I am not a liar. Believe me, Single-use producer goods cannot be reused, cannot be used again and again, cannot be used for a considerable period. Please believe me, this is the definition for single use. You can use it only once. Those which get exhausted in on production process and cannot be reused. Cannot be reused. Seeds, fertilizers, raw materials are example for single use. So, single use producer goods are goods which get exhausted in production, in the production process, and get exhausted, cannot be reused. Then what about durable use producer goods? Do you have any idea about that? We know that durable means used again and again. Simple. Durable means used again and again. Durable means used again and again. Used for a considerable period. Simple. Yes. It can be used repeatedly for further production of goods and services. Repeatedly. Tube well, tractor, pump set, these all are examples for durable use goods. Next is consumption goods. These are same as consumer goods but just different word. Then various types. In that consumption goods, it's are divided into durable goods, semi-durable. The durable, we know that the meaning of durable, that repeatedly used again and again. But what about semi-durable? What about semi-durable? Semi-durable goods are those that can only be used for a limited time period. For example, they have 1 year shelf life. That is semi-durable means maximum 1 year. Clothes, shoes, these are examples for semi-durable. Pen, pencil, these are examples for semi-durable. Why? They can be used for a limited period. They can only be used for a limited period. Say 1 year, that is a 1 year shelf life. 1 year shelf life. Then we know about non-durable goods. Semi means this. And durable we know. What about non-durable? Less than 3 year. Useful for less than 3 year. That means in a single act, only single use. Then private goods. What about private goods? Our mobile phone, watches, that is on the base of ownership, private goods are classified. That means it's under the control of individuals, persons like me and you. What are public goods? These are owned by the government, public, for the benefit of the public. It's also called government goods. So school, hospitals, these all are examples for what? Public goods. Isn't it? Yes, these are examples for public goods. So these are the topics for today. So I hope everything enjoyed and understood the concepts very well. So this is one of the important areas for your examinations. So today with this I'm stopping today's session. So we will meet in another class maybe tomorrow. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in another class. Bye.